Now the next classification that we are going to discuss is the classification of adjective. So as we all are aware that whenever we talk about the adjective, the first thing that comes to mind is the quality. So we will start with the adjective of quality. Adjective of quality. The next one is the demonstrative. Again, the things that will be demonstrated, the things that will be representative, that will be represented, that will be the demonstrative adjective. Then possessive, then interrogative, possessive, interrogative, and adjective of quantity. Now you can see here that the types of pronouns and the types of or the classification of adjective is very much similar. So the terms that will be used will be more or less similar. Adjective of quality means whenever we are talking about any of the quality of any person. Rich, honest, clever, all these are the qualities. So whenever we are simply talking about the quality of a particular person, that is known as the adjective of quality. Now the second one is the demonstrative. When we are demonstrating, when we are representing something, again when we are pointing out something. So simple, this, these, those, all this will be used as the demonstrative adjective. So for example, this pen is mine, these pencils are very expensive, that man holds a beautiful house. Anything where it is representing something, whenever we are pointing out towards something. Now, how will you find out the difference between the adjective and the pronoun? Pronouns are the words that are usually used in place of noun. So, whenever they are used in that sense, in that reference, that will be the pronoun. Whenever they are telling something more about something, telling more about some noun or pronoun, as the definition of the adjective says, then it will be the demonstrative adjective. The next one is the possessive. My, your, his, her. As we have discussed in the classification of pronoun. Interrogative, again same, wherever we are using the question word. Which, what, whose, these will be the interrogative adjectives. And at last, the adjective of quantity. Adjective of quantity means whenever we are talking about something in terms of numbers. It can be the length, it can be the weight, it can be the numbers, it can be the exact number, it can be the estimation. If I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, or the third boy, the fourth girl, the fifth month, or few months, several months, each month. Whenever we are talking about something that is showing a number, a quantity, then it will be the adjective of quantity. Two, third, many, each. All these will be the adjectives of quantity. So here you can see except for the adjective of quality, all the four categories, the demonstrative, the possessive, the interrogative and the adjective of quantity, all these we find in the pronoun also. There was the pronoun of quantity, here it is the adjective of quantity. So you need to find out that in what sense the particular term is used in the sentence, and on the basis of that you can classify the various adjectives into these five categories. Now the next that we are going to discuss is the classification of adverb. As we have discussed the kinds of adverb clauses, what were the adverb clauses? Where we are talking about or we are answering a particular question. Clause of place, when we are answering the question when, or clause of manner when we are answering the question how. Clause of time when we are answering the question when. I said wrong earlier. Okay, question, uh, when you are answering the question of how, then manner, place, where, and time when. So in the similar manner we will also use the classification of adjective here. Now when we are talking about the classification, sorry, it is about the adverb, not the adjective. So here we will use the five. There we use the 9 clauses, but here that is given in your book are the 5 classification of adverb. The first one is adverb of manner. The second one is adverb of place. Third one is adverb of time. The fourth one is adverb of frequency. And the fifth one is interrogative. So here in this way the adverbs are classified into these 5 categories. Adverb of manner when it give you the answer of the question how. So your answer can be quickly, happily, means they are asking about the manner, in what manner the action is done, because it is the adverb, so it will describe or modifies the verb. So in what manner, how the action took place, how the action was done. So it can be quickly, it can be happily, it can be uh, fast, it can be slow, it can be angrily. All these can be the adverb of manner. The next one is the adverb of place. Adverb of place means when you are answering the question where. So it can be here, there, near. All these terms, whenever it is showing the place, whenever we are talking about something and it is giving you the answer of the question of place, that where is God? God is present everywhere. So everywhere is the adverb for the presence of God. It is modifying the verb present. So that's why it is the adverb of place, because it is telling about the places where the God is present. And where the God is present? God is present everywhere. Now the next one is adverb of time. You know, adverb of time means whenever it is answering the question when. So it is the adverb of time. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, now, then, now, then, yesterday, now. The adverb of frequency. Frequency means how many times a particular thing is repeating. So that is the frequency. And here you will answer the question how often. How often means how many times the same thing was occurring again and again. So sometimes your answer can be sometimes it can be always. Sometimes he come to the school late. He comes to the school late always. So it is here showing the frequency, that in what manner, how many times the particular thing is repeated. That is showing you the adverb of frequency. Now the next one is interrogative adverb. In the interrogative adverb, again the question word will be there: where, when, why. Whenever we are using these terms, now how will you find out when the interrogative adverb are telling you something more about the verbs? Or not the interrogative adverb, when these words are telling you something more about the verb, then they will be the interrogative adverbs. And when these particular terms will be used in place of a noun, then they will be interrogative pronouns. Then whenever these terms will be describing more about a noun or pronoun, then they will be the interrogative adjectives. So again, it will depend on the use of a particular word in the sentence, and that will give you the part of speech that how a particular word is used in the sentence.